So for this challenge, we're going to add lives and scores. Looking at this, you can see that I've already added the variables of scores and lives. So looking at adding scores and lives, the part that we need to change here is just adding some code for that of lives. So when we're looking at this, really we only have to add a couple different things. The big first thing is that when we switch to here, we're going to switch to costume, and by looking at this, all we have to do is add a line of code to control that of our score. So really when we're looking at this, we're going to forever look at this, touching the costume or touching the hippo. We want to switch to this, broadcast that, and the only other thing that we want to do is we want to just change lives by, and instead of being a positive one, we want to just change it by a negative one. So that tells the spaceship, okay, we've been hit, what do we need to do? So the other part that we need to add in here, which is conveniently placed in the stage, is we just have to add the line of code that talks about the score. So what we want to do is, the first thing you want to do is you want to set both of your variables to 0. So, well, not 0 for lives. In lives case, we want to put it to 3. But we also want to put our score to that of 0. Then based off from that, we want to wait until, so we're going to put in a wait function. So we're going to wait until something takes place. And in this case, what we want is we want our lives to be less than 1. So we're going to put in our variable for lives. We're going to say that our lives are going to be less than 1. And in that case, we consider ourselves to be dead. And then what we want to do is we want to actually broadcast an event. So we're going to use this a little bit later. So we want to broadcast and wait. So we're going to broadcast, and what we're going to create as our message, we're going to say game over. Make sure your spelling's correct there. Game over. So that'll be our broadcast to tell the game that it's all done. And then what we'll do is stop all functions. So we'll use this game over a little bit later on for saying or having a screen come up, allowing the reader or the game player to understand that the game is indeed over. So that's how you can keep lives and scores. Okay, so looking at the scores, the other thing is we have to look at when objects are hit. So when we're looking at our hippo here, the thing that we want to do is the lightning bolt, move speed, if edge, bounce, and then all we have to do is for our data, we want to change, and not so much our speed in this case, but we want to change our score by 1. So now in this case, if we run this, you can see I can move across the plane, again looking to shoot, and as I hit that, you can see the hippo now change to 1. As I shoot another hippo, now it has changed to 2, and so on and so forth.